Hi, and welcome back to Still Becoming with Deborah. Today, I'd like to be a little bit reflective and talk about what it was like to be a 16-year-old. In a series that I've been writing on a Senior Moments channel, I've been calling it Letters to My Younger Self. And in it, I wrote a letter to my 16-year-old self, where I talk about what life was like for me as a 16-year-old compared to what I think 16-year-olds some experience today, and some advice that I hope that when you finish this video, you will watch that video and see if it resonates with you. But I remember being 16 years old and in high school. I had a 1969 Firebird. So you can imagine it had bucket seats and a 8-track cassette player where I'd probably be playing Bachman Turner Overdrive or Aerosmith or probably Kansas at full volume. And I remember being in high school, and now I wasn't one of the cool kids by any means. I was a total nerd. So bad that this was in the early 70s. So I was really into Star Trek, Doctor Who, Benny Hill, and Monty Python. I was such a total nerd that I would build dioramas in my basement for Dungeons and Dragons and be painting figurines. So you can tell I definitely wasn't one of the cool kids. And that this was way before Comic-Cons, way before the Marvel Avengers universe even came out. I am probably cooler today because I can talk about those things. But at the time, I don't think my mom could relate to me very well at all. One of the things that I would tell my younger self is that to take more chances, take some risk. Now, I'm one of those people who has always said, I'll try anything once, even to a fault. And I've done some things, but I wish that as I think back, I think there were moments when I wish I had vocalized more. I wish I had said something. Or maybe when someone offered me an opportunity to do something, I wasn't so shy and just said, no, I don't think so. I don't think that's for me. I wish I had been more willing to give it a shot, because the reality is that my dear 16-year-old self, and even myself today, is that you're a lot stronger than you really think you are. And I remember being at 16 thinking, I had to have a lot of things figured out. Where I was going to go to college, what I was going to do next. And the truth is, I was pretty unsure about most things. The other lesson I would tell my 16-year-old self, and it's a lesson that I still remind myself today, and that is to stop being so hard on yourself. I'm one of those people, as I think many of us are, that does a very good job of beating themselves up pretty good. I can take criticism, but I internalize it a lot, and then I probably sit and stew on it for days and days, and then really beat myself up pretty good. The lesson that I would say is to be a little kinder on yourself, and breathe a little bit. I spent a lot of years being pretty tough on myself, and so the other lesson I would tell my 16-year-old self is that to not hold grudges. Forgiveness is a funny thing. I grew up as a kid whose mom had been married a few times, so I knew divorce pretty well. And I was pretty angry at times. I remember being a teenager and being pretty angry and not understanding that forgiveness is not for them, but that forgiveness is for you. And once I really understood that, I was able to forgive and really let that weight go and breathe and be in the same room or even in the same planet with people I thought I would never be able to again. And that, that is a pretty remarkable lesson. The other thing is, dear 16-year-old, now what I know at 16 today is everyone has, a cell phone, a little mini computer in their pocket. And we spend a lot of time staring at screens. And I see adults do that too. If you're in the doctor's office, everybody's got their screen out. It's very rare to just sit and look and see people looking up and around or holding conversations. And I think it's important to put the screen down from time to time and to take a walk or hold a conversation. I think that those are relationship building opportunities that you'll really cherish as you get older. The other thing I would tell my 16-year-old self is to trust yourself sooner. Trust your gut. I am now a pretty big believer in trusting my gut. If it doesn't feel right, odds are it's probably not. And so, dear 16-year-old, trust yourself. If it doesn't feel right, you're probably right. It's not right for you. And honestly, the last thing I would say is to be courageous in what you do and the opportunities that come your way. And don't forget to be kind, especially to those who have less than you, to those that have helped you along the way. I think it's incredibly important to always remember to take care of those around you, even those who you may not know forever, but to always remember to be kind. One of the things I know now at 68 is that you don't get to go back, you don't get a redo, but you do get to go forward in life, probably a little changed and a little different. So what would you tell your 16-year-old self today? What life lessons do you think are important that you would kind of want to have a conversation with? I remember my son asked me recently, if I had one life lesson to tell him, what would it be? And it didn't take me long to come up with one. It was that this too shall pass. And the truth in that is that no matter what you're going through, whether it is drama or whether it's good times, the reality is that this too shall pass and tomorrow will be a new day. So I do hope that you will join me again as we continue this journey on Still Becoming. Until next time.